While the Taisa, Simmer, and the bulk of the Alshin regulars have surrendered, we have reports that splinter forces affiliated with the regulars have joined up, with pockets of embittered planetary militia, unwilling to follow suit. They are intent on dragging this fight on as long as they can.
Foolish.
Be that as it may, we must pound these forces into submission. But we are currently in the dark on where these splinter forces and militia units are hiding, and who is supplying them. If we can find out who the party or parties are that are arming these upstarts, we can disrupt the supply chains and draw them out.
Do we know where to look?
I was provided a list of local defense contractors known to do business with the DCMS in the past. I passed it along to your watch for review.
Following up on the Demi-Presenter's intel, we have employed aerial surveillance probes to sweep every inch of the region these contractors operate out of to try and find targets of interest. Based on these sweeps, we have identified facilities across this region that could be utilized as makeshift logistics centers.
That is good news.
Cobalt, you will be dropped into the AO and investigate the suspected strongholds. Extract all intel you can find on these groups. If they are assisting in system partisans, bringing these companies to heel could choke out the malicious arms suppliers.
It will be done, Star Colonel.
Flight Ops, Condor 117. Low-vis instrument approach to the LZ.
Copy 1-7. LZ is clear of hostiles. Cleared to drop at your discretion.
Roger, our discretion. 1-7 out. Mechs deployed. 1-7 out. We are proceeding to the marked point, Star Colonel. I will relay any findings.
AF. AO scans are not detecting any operational fusion reactors. Could be the terrain again, or their forces are still shut down. Just be on guard.
Picking up an inbound ship. It is not one of ours.
Likely the malicious heavy hitters. I have no assets in the area to reinforce. You will have to face them alone.
Understood. Eyes up, everyone. We have a fight on our hands.
Took down a mech.
Nothing on sensors, Jaguar 1. All militia forces are dead or knocked offline.
Acknowledged, Cobalt 1. Condor 606 is moving in for extraction. Hold on station till then. Cobalt, the Clan Watch has uncovered movement records that indicated a high-ranking militia leader has fled to a fortified base resting on a large pocket of farmland. I dispatched Shadow Binary, led by Star Captain Adam Bess, to verify this information and cut the head off the snake should a target of opportunity present itself. Shadow Binary is now reporting heavy resistance. Their forces are pinned down.
They failed to meet the grade. We will do better.
That is what Shadow One said. Do not let your ambitions get the better of you, or you will find yourself overseeing salvage cleanup for more competent warriors.
Understood.
I am assigning you as a response force. Drop into the AO and find out the status of the situation. If you have an opportunity to destroy key militia targets, take it. The safety of Shadow Binary is secondary to our main objectives. They had their chance. If key militia assets are in the field, we have a chance to end this obnoxious resistance to our rightful rule of this system. See that it is done, Star Commander.
Condor 255, flight ops. You are cleared into the AO with vectoring at your discretion. Be advised, enemy anti-air and hostile ground forces near the LZ.
Copy, ops. Acknowledge enemy activity as stated. Advancing under fire. Toss right into the fire.
Who knows? Regardless, we did well here. Our codices will show that our star finished what an entire binary could not.
A bit unfair. They did clear a way for us.
Irrelevant. The Jaguars value results, and those that can know their own limits. Shadow Binary thought themselves above their opponents, and now will carry that mistake with them wherever they go. We should never fall to complacency, regardless of how inferior we think the enemy is, or we risk a similar fate.
Standing by for extract, Jaguar 1.
Cobalt. With the planetary militia refusing to stand down, one of our key targets on Courchevel is under threat. During the days of the Star League, the SLDF operated a logistics depot designed to facilitate supplying the nearby 34th Royal Battle Mech and 68th Jump Infantry divisions. According to the Dragoons, these facilities were prime targets during the succession wars for the vultures to pick clean. Very few survived the centuries of conflict. But orbital surveillance shows that the Courchevel depot remains intact.
If that is true, then that base is hallowed ground. We cannot let the militia take control of it.
Af, we cannot. Jaden, your star's mission is to investigate and secure the facility before the militia lays claim to it. Cobalt's insertion point will be here, far enough from any possible hostiles that may be in the facility. Access the base through the main gate and make your way to the inner sanctum of the mech hangars. You will be given our archived SLDF access codes for the facility, which should grant you access to the entirety of the depot. Star League facilities like this are sacred to our people. You will do everything in your power to secure this facility in the name of the Smoke Jaguars, no matter the cost. Be prepared for anything.
It will be our honor, Star Colonel.
Flight ops, Condor 419er, inbound to the LZ. No hostiles detected. Codes seem to have... Wait. We are being tight beamed a video transmission from the base? I'm receiving it as well. Message dated 2784.
To those accessing this facility, I am Alexander Kerensky, Commanding General of the Star League Defense Force.
father?
In preparation for Operation Exodus, I have commandeered all military supplies and perishable food stored in this facility. However, I have instructed the fleet to leave all medical supplies and non-perishable goods behind. We welcome any hegemony and SLDF personnel to use this facility for shelter to weather the dark times ahead. Know that though we have chosen to embark into the void of uninhabited space, our souls will forever remain committed to the ideals of the Star League. Peace, prosperity, and unity for all mankind. My one order to you is this. Survive and ensure that the light of the League does not die in darkness. Yudache.
Unbelievable. We got something. Looks promising. Let me see. These should work. We should get back to the door. And another video message is attached. This one from 2820.
Hello, I am Michael Evans, Comstar Subdirector and former member of the Star League Department of Communications.
Comstar.
To anyone hearing this message, we have taken up refuge in what was formerly the Courchevel SLDF depot. For safety, I have erased all known records of this facility from Comstar's database and have encoded new access codes to this transmission. Primus Conrad Toyama is a madman. He is twisting all of our work to maintain the HPG communications network into some kind of religious cult. His supporters are hunting those of us who refuse to indulge in his fantasy that our founder was some kind of prophet or messiah. If you are hearing this, if you knew Jerome Blake to be a man of science, then please join us. Or find refuge wherever you can. Do not let Blake's true vision of Comstar die with us.
What was that about?
I'm now recording and broadcasting this conversation across all frequencies. You will not be able to hide what you're doing here.
I have no reason to hide. The Combine has received information that you're illegally housing stolen SLDF mechs and weapons. By order of Coordinator Yoguchi Kyorita, you will open these gates and surrender all of your mechs and SLDF equipment to the Draconis Combine. This is your final warning.
Where did you get this information? Was it Comstar? You have been deceived. We have no mechs or weapons here. Toyama is using you.
Shit! Gas!
Everyone! Take shelter in the inner hangar! Now!
Monsters.
Jaguar 1, perimeter secured.
Good work, Star Commander. Your star has done enough. Head back to base and get some rest. We will take it from here.
Appreciated, Star Colonel.
I can hardly believe it. To hear Alexander Kerensky's true voice. His message of hope.
He was on the right side of history. He knew the great houses were on the verge of tearing themselves apart.
It's a shame those poor souls that took refuge here paid for that with their lives. They should have gone with him. Maybe then they would have lived.
Perhaps. Or they could have died thousands of light years from home. The people who followed Kerensky were not infallible. They would eventually ignite the Pentagon Civil War after Alexander's death. Had it not been for his son Nicholas,
The clans would have never formed.
Still, he gave them all a fighting chance.
And what did that chance give them? Just a handful of years before House Kurita came and killed them all in a chemical attack.
The Combine thought they had SLDF weapons. The director accused Comstar of feeding the Kuritans false info.
Yeah. They said they were fleeing the Order. Some sort of internal purge?
Does it matter? Regardless of who they were, the Combine were still complicit in murdering them all.
It matters because Comstar are now our allies feeding us information.
The question is, in this scenario, are we the Kuritans? Or the refugees being led to slaughter?
If Comstar ever crosses us, we will crush them just as easily as any other freeborn.
perhaps. But we should still be cautious of what the Demi-Percenter says from now on.
Af. What about the ISF? Now we have the Combine's intelligence agency to worry about as well. The encoded transmissions back at the base. I might be able to backtrack them with enough time.
You think so?
I think... No. I know I can do it. I've broken into our own systems enough times to know a thing or two about encryption.
Then chase it down. But do not let it distract you from your duties. I still need you focused in the field.
Will do, Star Commander.